Hello, everyone. My name is Reese Land, and I'm a second-year medical student at the Medical College of Georgia, and I'll be giving this week's COVID-19 update, so we'll go ahead and get started. Well, I'll turn our attention to some data. In the left column here, we have the raw data for the global, national, and state levels, and we'll first focus on the state of Georgia. Turning our attention to this graph here in the middle, you'll notice that Georgia has experienced a steep increase in newly diagnosed COVID-19 cases over the past couple of weeks, and this is likely due to increased travel and gatherings over the Thanksgiving holiday. However, some good news is that the death rate has not increased over the same time period, and it's actually plateaued as of late, looking at this graph here in the top right. However, the percent positive test rate in Georgia has increased lately, and we're seeing similar trends locally in both Richmond and Columbia counties. In fact, from November 21st to December 6th, the percent positive test rate in Richmond County has jumped from 8.1 to 12%, while the percent positive test rate over the same time period in Columbia County has increased from 3.8% to 14.9%. So the jumps of the percent positive test rate indicate that the virus is spreading in our own communities, and it's a reminder to continue to social distance, wear masks, and keep our hands clean as we're in the midst of yet another holiday season. Turning our attention to the global scale down here in the bottom right of this graph, I've decided to talk about South Africa and the United Kingdom today, and I haven't picked these countries out randomly. The reason they're featured here is because two new coronavirus strains have been discovered in each of these countries. And experts in both countries believe that the new strains have caused increased numbers of cases. In fact, in South Africa, you can see an increase here as of late. You see a similar increase in the United Kingdom. In fact, the United Kingdom has had a drastic increase in COVID-19 cases. So experts in both countries believe that the two new strains spread easier than past coronavirus strains, but they don't believe that the new strains are resistant to the vaccines we have, which is good news. However, researchers and experts in both countries are rapidly conducting research to confirm this hypothesis. And I'll be sure to post the links to the articles about these new coronavirus strains in the description of the video. So that's the data for this COVID-19 update. We'll now turn our attention to some news updates, beginning with this story here on the far left. If you remember from last week's COVID-19 update, my colleague Amanda discussed how the FDA approved Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, making it the first FDA-approved vaccine available for COVID-19 in the United States. Well, we have some more good news for you guys on the vaccine front, as this past week, the FDA also approved Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. And this is great news because now we have two COVID-19 vaccines at our disposal, Pfizer's and Moderna's. So this is a great development in our fight against the pandemic. We'll now take a look at the story here in the top right. This past Thursday, 10 AU Health employees were among the first to receive Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine in the CSRA area. In fact, AU Health has received 975 of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, and other facilities in the area, such as Aiken Regional Medical Center and the Charlie Norwood VA Medical Center, have also received Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. So it's really good to see that the vaccine is starting to enter our local communities. Here in the bottom right, just want to let you guys know that the Georgia Department of Public Health has made their vaccine rollout plan public. And of course, the link to this document and the website will be in the description of this video. But currently, we're in phase 1A of the vaccine rollout. And this essentially means that healthcare workers, specifically those in the front lines, as well as residents at long-term care facilities, will be first in line to receive the COVID-19 vaccines, whether they be from Pfizer or Moderna. In any case, the information that I just referenced regarding the vaccine plan can be found on pages 18 through 20 of the document. So that's our news update for this week's COVID-19 update. We'll end this week's COVID-19 update on a positive note. Author and philanthropist Mackenzie Scott has donated $9 million to Golden Harvest Food Bank, an organization here in Augusta that seeks to eliminate food insecurity in the 25 counties it serves in Georgia and South Carolina. Mackenzie Scott's donation comes at a great time for the organization, as Golden Harvest Food Bank reports that food insecurity in the area it serves has increased 22% since the pandemic began. So kudos to Mackenzie Scott for using her resources to give back to those in need, especially during this holiday season. Here are the references for the data and articles we've discussed today. And before I go, I just want to let you guys know that we now have an Instagram entitled MCG COVID Response. Give us a follow if you would like further updates and resources regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. I would like to wish you guys a very fun but safe holiday season, and we'll see you guys again next week.